Put your phone up. And we're waiting in line, and these children come walking in to get in. Quincy Brown notices my mom's glasses and snatches them off of her face, like, just
breaking, man. This shit broke my heart, man. I don't give a F about this dude. When Quincy said he's my father. When Quincy said he was my father, and that broke my heart, bro. Cause I know I'll be sure. And I know Al is his father. Diddy might have been his daddy.
Diddy's sentence also reminded me of a courtroom drama movie. As soon as the judge pronounced the punishment, everyone went into a frenzy. Quincy, Diddy's kid, is at fault, not Diddy. The cool-headed Hollywood star Quincy Brown, who most people know from his acting and singing roles, did indeed lose his anger. As he charged at her on the courthouse steps, he attempted to remove one of the prosecutor's glasses from her face. To clarify, this was not a heated dispute that arose out of the blue. Today was Diddy's own sentencing day. Tensions were already at their highest level. But when Quincy crossed the line like that, everything was different. Suddenly, everyone's attention was diverted from Diddy's fate to Quincy. He is also in prison at the moment.
Chaotic scenes as Diddy's family came to court to support him at his sentencing.
How you feeling today, Mama?
His mother, Janice, was followed by his son.
This is due to the fact that you cannot just leave a courtroom without making contact with the prosecutor. Now, let's analyze this. According to witnesses, Quincy believed a woman wearing metal-framed glasses was photographing the family during the hearing. When he confronted her in the heat of the moment, he attempted to remove those glasses off her face.
tell me why we're in New York trying to get in the courthouse, right? And we're waiting in line, and these children come walking in to get in. Quincy Brown notices my mom's glasses and snatches them off of her face, like, just mid-stride. He stops walking into the courthouse and then try to break my glasses. Why not just tell the security guard that I'm recording or whatever? That would have been better. Why would you just come and snatch somebody? Why would you just come snatch it off face like that? I mean, that's wrong. What would y'all have did? Tell me in the comments what would y'all do in this situation if it was y'all. Because to me, that I just think it's messed up. And I have some footage. I have the footage of him walking up towards me, and then I have a still shot of him when he had my glasses in his hand, and it captured a picture of him with it in his hand. So tell me what y'all would have done. I would attach the video at the end. So I mean, he done messed up my whole time. You know, like that's what people are for. They heard the video of them and to see Diddy and to see, to see what's going on. And for you to do that, man, that just really doesn't go my spirit. Yeah.
Her daughter even ruined that woman's time by posting about what happened on Instagram. Social media users are currently sharing videos of her rant. People are wondering if Quincy was manipulated into losing his temper, or if his attempt to attack a woman because he thought she was filming was an act of genuine rage. The story gets even more convoluted at this point. On the internet, there are two factions. On the one hand, critics are furious. They assert that Quincy showed that children of celebrities think they are above the law and completely ignored the courtroom's holy space. They point out that if this were an ordinary person, they would be charged with multiple offenses right away. Some legal experts have even stated that Quincy might not be allowed to visit Diddy while he is behind bars, in addition to the hefty sum he must pay before being released from prison.
Attention. Y'all are acting like fans. You are in the middle of the day, apparently with no job, going down to the courthouse so that you can record comings and goings of the Combs children. And when one of them, who has blonde hair, snatches the glasses off of your face, you're all surprised and your feelings are hurt. The man who is on trial with being sentenced, I'm in the head like a football. I'm telling you right now, I think it's low-key hilarious. I do. Because in my live yesterday on YouTube, I said that them children have obviously been influenced by their father, and somebody told me I was being irrational. And today, footage of Quincy snatching glasses off that lady's face, which is extremely inappropriate. You don't have to touch somebody, first of all. Second of all, you are in a public place. He isn't allowed to record. The fact that your first impulse was to reach out and touch and grab and invade personal space, y'all was acting like the sins of the father will not fall upon the children. Y'all really need to wake up. And I don't feel sorry for that lady neither. I don't feel sorry for her. You know why you're feeling her? Because you're a fan. And you're probably one of those women that wants Diddy to get off, that what he did wasn't that bad, he was just a freak. No. At the crux of the situation, he is disrespectful as two women. At the crux of the situation. And if you think that is not pervasive and has seeped into his children, y'all asses is blinding me without glasses on, bitch. He shouldn't touch her like that. But I don't feel good for the bitch. How do you not in touch with reality at all and then act all surprised and disgusted when the shit happens to them? What are you talking about, ma'am? This is disrespectful. What are you talking about? They cross boundaries. They could be violent. The community.
In contrast, his supporters are defending him. They argue that Quincy has every right to protect his family, regardless of whether he is biological. Even if they do not share DNA, Quincy was raised by Diddy since he was a little child, so let's not forget that. The controversial section comes next. Why Quincy would do such things for a man who isn't even his real father is a question that many people have. Social media conversations have been triggered by that query alone. Another term for it is blind loyalty. Others are praising it as proof of the power of a selected family bond. But here's the problem. Quincy has a reputation for being a cool, stylish, and courteous performer. He has never been associated with violence or chaos. Therefore, this one instance could ruin that image. In a few seconds, years of carefully built reputation can be ruined. Given that he not only attacked anyone but also a prosecutor, a representative of the system that already has Diddy under its control, you can see why this moment is so dramatic.
The only thing that was heartbreaking for me to hear in this whole trial thing and this whole shit, and it was heartbreaking, man. This shit broke my heart, man. And I don't give a F about this dude. When Quincy said he's my father. When Quincy said he was my father, and that broke my heart, bro. Cause I know Al be sure. And I know Al is his father. Diddy might have been his daddy. And for him to go that damn hard and get up there and say what he said, that's the only thing that like broke my heart about this whole shit, bro. You understand? Cause I know how Puff, when I was with him, how he treated Kim. And I can imagine when he got to be Diddy and Brother Love, and the way some of the stuff Roger Bond said about him, you understand, and how he was doing Kim, that it was crazy. But I know Kim had got brave enough where she was defending herself. So my whole thing about it is that, man, that I know that broke our heart too, bro. And I'm gonna give him a call because, you know, Quincy don't understand that he was brainwashed too. You understand? And a lot of shit that Al didn't do and couldn't come around is because of Kim was in fear. Puff doing something to Quincy and try to have something to do with Al. You understand what I'm saying? But to see that dude go out like that, that shit was nasty to me, man.
It's hard to overlook the human element of this circumstance. Witnessing the sentencing of one's father figure would break anyone. It's unclear, though, whether Quincy planned his explosion or if he just lost control. Regardless, it backfired, and Quincy's breakdown, rather than Diddy's incarceration, became the big narrative. According to others, prosecutors might even use it to paint Diddy's crew as entitled and unstable. Quincy might have been baited, which is the twist. The woman who was filming him was considered by some to be quite talented. Maybe he walked right into a trap. Some say that's no excuse. He's an adult, and he should have remained calm. Anyway, it turned a sentimental moment into a full-fledged argument.
Prosecution witness, the former exotic dancer known as the Punisher, called for Diddy to be free.
I do believe justice is time served. You know, and that's because I'm strict on what the law is. You know, his conviction is transportation. And, it's kind of hard to wrap multiple years or long periods in jail for paying for transportation.
In a dramatic moment, 6 of Diddy's children gathered around a lectern and pleaded with the judge to set him free. The 55-year-old disgraced music mogul appeared to be crying when his son Quincy said he is totally transformed and will never again jeopardize his freedom.
The daughters especially barely able to hold it together, just crying so much, looking at their father. Even we saw Sean Diddy Combs put his head into his hands when one of his daughters.
The repercussions are now inevitable. According to reports, Quincy may be subject to a hefty fine and possibly prohibited from visiting Diddy while he is incarcerated, a terrible turn of events for someone who is merely attempting to defend him. Hashtags like Courtroom Chaos and Frequency are all over social media, which is on fire. The moment he lunged is being replayed on Reels, and the internet is divided. Some people call him reckless, while others call it loyalty. Although the majority are avoiding contact, even celebrities are subtly taking sides. The true dilemma, though, is whether loyalty justifies breaching the law. Was this an error made by a human or evidence that Quincy was losing control? Because he will be haunted by this incident for years to come. What he does next will determine whether it leads to his demise or his salvation. As long as Diddy and Quincy are still behind bars, one thing is certain. The bad boy family is in chaos, and the public is watching them closely and ready to scrutinize every aspect. Was Quincy a loving son or a selfish, careless man? Tell me, please. But I want to hear from you right now. Is Quincy's behavior a normal emotional reaction that anyone in his situation may have had? Or do you think he was baited and set up to fail? Or did he go too far? Kindly provide your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Every point of view matters in this debate. Please remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and switch on the notification bell if this analysis opened your eyes so you never miss an update. You won't want to miss any more tales like this one, I can assure you.